Good morning, Malacañang Press Corps. We have a special briefing for you today. We have PCOO ASEC Maribanaag with DOT o Tourism Undersecretary Kat De Castro, ASEC Ricky Alegre, DILG Undersecretary Amelia Padilla, and MMDA Engineer Emil Liabor.
Yes, sir. Yes, ma'am.
Good afternoon, ASEC Banaag.
Good afternoon, Rocky, at sa ating mga bisita at sa Malacañang Press Corps.
Yes. We have here ASEC Castro, Yusek Castro.
Yeah, hello everybody. Should I start my speech now or okay? As you have surely monitored on Twitter and Facebook and other social media platforms, at least two of the candidates for Miss Universe have set foot on Manila. They are Miss USA Deshauna Barber and Miss New Zealand Tania Pauline Dawson. In behalf of the Department of Tourism and of course our private partners and sponsors led by the Louis Chavit Singson Group, welcome to Miss USA and Miss New Zealand, and of course, welcome home to the reigning Miss Universe, our very own Pia Alonso Wordsback. At least 10 more of the most beautiful women in the world are scheduled to arrive today and tomorrow. Tomorrow, December 10, we will have a kickoff party at the Conrad Hotel. This kickoff party is open to the public, so you are all invited. The girls will be here for a week, and as we have announced, we will soon be traveling to the different islands of the country so these girls can get a glimpse of how awesome our country is. We will, for this week, we'll be bringing them to Siargao, where they will be trying surfing, also to Cebu, Vigan, and Manila. Just today, I received the report on our visitor arrivals for the month of September, and we have more than 400,000 recorded arrivals to be exact. This has been the pattern for quite some time. Every month, we get some 500 visitors, more or less. We've been asked by our critics several times, what do we expect to gain in staging the pageant here? Well, for one thing is certain, there will be an increase in tourist arrivals. At least 90 Miss Universe candidates will be arriving in January. Of course, their airfare will be shouldered by the sponsors, but their relatives, their friends, their assistants, they will have to pay for their rooms, they will have to eat, they will surely shop, and once they experience for themselves how warm our people are and how safe it is here, I am quite sure they will contemplate about extending their stay. Without us spending for anything at the Department of Tourism, the pageant will attract the international press. Hundreds of them will flock, not even just hundreds, thousands of them will flock to the Philippines. I'm sure your station managers and editors have asked you to inquire about the accreditation process, and it's ASEC Maribanaag will be the one discussing about that later on. As mentioned, the girls will do photo shoots in different locations, and the footages will be used to come up with ADPs to be aired during the pageant. This is just one of the ways for us to showcase to the world the hidden treasures of our country. A lot of the unknown destinations will be featured in the final show of the Miss Universe. Rest assured that all the islands will be well represented, Luzon, Visayas, and Mindanao. Millions will be watching, and after the pageant, we are sure that the world, or the universe rather, will be thinking of one thing. That is, the best time to visit the Philippines is now. So keep your seatbelts on. The Miss Universe spectacle begins on January 13 until January 30. Thank you.
Okay, any statement from Yusek Padilla?
Good afternoon. Good afternoon, everyone. Well, I am excited. This is the most exciting assignment given to me by Secretary Sueno. So, in behalf of Secretary Sueno, I would like to convey this message, the assurance to all that the Department of the Interior and Local Government and the Philippine National Police, in partnership with other government agencies, are prepared as far as security matters are concerned, as this will be the third time that the Philippines will host the Miss Universe, considered as the most popular beauty contest in the world. We have managed to show the world already that we are capable of providing security to major events like the Papal Visit and the APEC, and now the ASEAN, which will coincide with this Miss Universe. Time is of the essence, as it is now less than 2 months away for the big day, January 30. And yesterday, the PNP In particular, the Committee on Security, Peace and Order and Emergency Preparedness and Response, CSP-EPR, had a command conference on the Miss Universe. We have the security plans, not just for Metro Manila, but all the provinces that contestants will be going to. As early as August of this year, the DILG-PNP had already met twice with the DOT and the Miss Universe representative on security matters. And we have presented to them the security plans and conducted ocular inspections at the big days venue. And we will do the ocular inspection in other areas as stated by our USEC Kath. The government will mobilize its law enforcement forces to ensure that the Miss Universe staff, beauty contestants, and other foreign visitors will be safe while they are in our country. Strict and elaborate security measures will be in place to prevent the alleged lawless elements from doing something malevolent. Considering the pageant's global attraction, the DILG-PNP will prevent any untoward incident to happen before, during, or close to and after the pageant. We cannot afford any lapses in security. Our enforcement agencies will make sure that there will be a safe and successful holding of the Miss Universe. We need it not just to further boost our tourism industry, as we expect a big number of foreign tourists, including international media, to come to town, but more than that, no, it is about our beautiful country and our people. For tourism is actually about people, the Filipino people. We will work hard to guarantee the safety of our candidates, the guests, local and international, the tourists, and yes, our people who are eagerly awaiting the Miss Universe. The government's physical, human, and material resources will be mobilized and used to the hilt to provide security and protective measures. Mabuhay ang Pilipinas. Welcome, Miss Universe.
Tourism Assistant Secretary Ricky Alegre.
Maybe just to mention the arrivals this afternoon. We're expecting from Korea,
Yes.
China, Australia, Japan, Indonesia, Japan, Korea, Malaysia, Myanmar, and Vietnam. All the way from 2 o'clock to about 8 o'clock p.m. tonight. Mostly at the Terminal 2, and the Department of Tourism will have officials there together with the organizing committee to welcome them so that they are met properly at the NAIA together with the security officers.
Thank you, ASEC. MMDA Engineer Emilia Vard.
In behalf of MMDA, good afternoon. Similar to APEC and PayPal visit, we hope that we can handle the traffic very well. That's all.
Okay. Malacañang Press Corps will start question. And then Celerina Del Mundo, Manila Shimbun.
Good morning. I just want to ask Yusek Padilla. You have mentioned that there will be strict and elaborate security measures that will be implemented. What does it mean? Will there be any streets to be closed or what? Especially in Metro Manila.
Yeah, we have our meeting yesterday, and may I request our head, no, as Police Senior Superintendent Ronaldo Ilagan and Superintendent Felipe Maragon, no, to answer the question.
Microphone, please. Thank you.
As of now po, wala pa po tayong plano na may mga streets na i-close dahil ayaw po ng ating presidente na madi-disrupt yung daily routine ng ating mga kababayan.
Can I just add something to that? Because when we presented it to President Duterte, that's the first thing he said. Walang isasaradong kalsada, walang itatago na tao. Ipakita natin ang ganda ng Pilipinas, that despite of poverty, there is beauty in this country. So that is basically his order for us. That is why we've decided that all of the preliminaries will just be down south in the Mall of Asia compound para hindi naman kami makapekto. Because originally we wanted it to be at the Philippine Arena, but that would entail for the entourage to pass through EDSA and then NLEX, and that is going to be a lot of problems for us. So when we told him that we're going to have it just confined in the Mall of Asia area, pumayag siya to have the Miss Universe done here. Thank you.
Follow-up question.
To you, Sec De Castro, you have mentioned that there are lots of people to come here. You're expecting by next year. Do you have any estimate as to how many and how much are you expecting to gain from this, especially in terms of revenue for tourism?
Okay, when Miss Universe presented to us that when they do their shows in other countries, at least one candidate brings in 50 people with her. So if you do the math, if you're like, mahina ako sa math eh, parang 97 candidates more or less times 50. So that's speaking a lot. While the girls will be sponsored, yung mga kasama na kailangan mag-ano ng hotel. And so far, we'll be coming out with a list of accredited DOT hotels for them to stay. Most of the hotels that we would advise them to stay will be somewhere along Mall of Asia and Rojas Boulevard. In terms of revenue, we have not yet come up with a figure of that. But kasi the Miss Universe is not just happening here in Metro Manila. We will also be bringing them to Cebu. We have the swimsuit presentation which is sponsored by J Park. So doon din magkakaroon din ng, and there are a lot of pageant fanatics in this country. They really follow these girls everywhere they go. So it just not only will it be a good boost to foreign arrivals, but it also will boost our domestic tourism. Thank you.
Okay, Asek Banag for media accreditation.
Yes, for PCOO, accreditation will be handled by our International Press Center and the Miss Universe organization through online application. IPC will send out advisories and this will go live by next week. The media tent will be set up at the SMX parking lot days before the finals, and a viewing room will also be provided. Kindly wait for official press statement for the link on the Miss Universe New York website. Thank you.
Okay, Raymond Tinasa, Bombo Radyo.
Good afternoon, gentlemen and ma'ams. Kay Asik Castro, so far aside from your critics and of course the security, what could be the biggest challenge that you are facing or trying to iron out as we go on nearing the pageant?
Well, I think it's Asek Alegre who can answer that question for me.
I think it's the excitement is excuse me. The excitement is such that of course the crowd control. I think the difference we have from 22 years ago is social media. Can you imagine everybody wanting to have a selfie with a Miss Universe candidate, having a picture? So I believe that's where the challenge is. You cannot stop the excitement, and we don't intend to stop that excitement. It's just that we need to be able to have some rules before they can approach the candidates. I think the Philippines, and we are all ready to welcome the Miss Universe candidates with open arms, and we're very positive about this development. We just have to find ways to control the selfies and the group shots and the group selfies, because that's going to be all over the place. And that's going to be the big difference, because in this day and age, when that goes viral, can you imagine the promotion for the Philippines?
Thank you. And kay Undersecretary Padilla, ma'am, I understand you've mentioned that you have successfully, protected the APEC summit and even the papal visit. But I understand this is a very different setup of subjects, considering they are beauty queens, etc. How do we define or qualify our security protocols, security procedures with this unique situation, other than compared to papal visit?
Well, in our meeting with the PNP, actually we have already conducted twice already. I mentioned in 1974 and in 1994, when the Miss Universe was conducted here, was held here, and the PNP is giving us the assurance that everything is in place now as far as security concerns are, as far as security matters are concerned. We are not at this point authorized to divulge the details of our security plans.
Ma'am, lastly, not to create any panic or alarm, but is there any specific threat still that we are receiving targeted to the Miss Universe?
No, we have none so far. We have none.
Thank you, ma'am. Good. Thank you.
Questions? Chona, you? Microphone, please. RTVM.
Ma'am, kay Yusek De Castro, ma'am, si President po ba may participation sa Miss Universe or may ceremonial, mga ganon? Manonood po ba siya?
Yeah, aside from the courtesy call that we have scheduled with him, it's gonna be on January 23 with all the girls. I think Miss Universe organization is very much welcome to have him in the show. Apparently, it's a rule for Miss Universe organization not to have a judge from the host country, but I think if it's the president, that's going to be another, I think they will make an exception to the rule. And we've also reserved seats for for the president for the Miss Universe final show. So far, ang pinaka sigurado pa lang si presidente is yung courtesy call niya on January 23 with the girls. That's it pa lang.
Ma'am, last time kasi na nagpa-press con dito si Secretary Wanda, parang hindi okay ang president kay Mr. Steve Harvey na host. Na-settle na po ba yung issue na to?
Okay. Ano ba isasagot to? I think he was just kidding. Kasi yung pagkasabi niya na, what? Steve Harvey is the one hosting it? He's a disaster. Pero tumawa siya after. So, sabi ko ganyan, sir, kailangan po talaga si Steve Harvey. And sabi niya, no, I'm very much welcome to have him here in the Philippines. And kami ni Secretary Martin Andanar, meron kaming gagawing pakulo between the President and Steve Harvey. So, medyo abangan niyo po yan. And Miss Universe organization was very much open to that, whatever it is that we're planning to do with the President and Steve Harvey.
Thank you.
Thank you, Chona. Isabel Cantu, to be followed by Pia.
Good afternoon, Yusek Kat. I just wanted to ask you, what will Pia Wurzbach's role be during the pre-pageant activities? Is she going to mentor the girls? Is she going to go with them on the tourism trips?
Well, with Pia Alonso Wurzbach, since she's from the Philippines and she's the reigning Miss Universe, she will definitely be going around the country with the girls. She will some sort of act as a tour guide for the girls. So far, the plans would be to bring them on January, will be to bring them to Baguio City, Cebu, Palawan, Davao, and a whole lot of other places. So definitely Pia will be very much active. Baka nga mas pagod pa si Pia as compared to the girls because she has to be everywhere.
Pia, microphone. Thank you, Isabel.
So, ma'am, just to clarify, what is the likelihood of the president judging the pageant, a portion of the pageant? Have you actually asked him to do this already?
Well, I think his men are aware that we would like him to be part of, to judge it or just even to watch it. But he has not yet given us a concrete answer altogether. But we have reserved, a VIP section just for the president and for everybody else in Malacañang. So, abangan na lang po natin. Hopefully, by the first week of January, Asek Alegre and I will have an answer from the president himself. But we're trying to work out for a courtesy call on Monday with the president, December 12. And maybe I could ask him personally. By that time, I would have an answer for you.
Tapos ma'am, when he was Davao City Mayor kasi he banned yung swimsuit part of the pageant, did he ever give any comment on that, that part of the pageant?
Okay, yes, there is always that swimsuit presentation or swimsuit competition in the Miss Universe. And when we told him that, we're planning to include Davao as one of the places for Miss Universe, yun ang una niyang sinabi, bawal ang swimsuit sa Davao. And then at first, we're planning to have it na lang in Samal, in Pearl Farm. And then eventually, we decided na baka magkaroon pa ng konting problema. Hanggang it was finally decided, sa Cebu na lang natin gawin yung swimsuit competition. And when we told the president about it, sabi niya, sa Cebu na lang. Dahil sa Davao, I will not relax my rules on not having, the swimsuit competition in his province.
Okay. Questions, MPC? Okay na tayo? No more? Okay, thank you, Yusek De Castro, Yusek Emily Padilla, Asek Banaag, and Asek Alegre, and MMDA Engineer Jabor. Thank you, Malacañang Press Corps.
Yes, Rocky.
Yes.
And the Malacañang Press Corps will be having the second batch, the ladies, our visitors from representatives from Miss Universe and
We actually
Miss.
brought them here for you guys to
Yes,
interview.
so we will have them. Aalis na kaming mga matatanda para dito naman sila.
Okay,
Thank you so much.
Thank you, sirs, ma'am. So back to our main studio sa Radyo ng Bayan at PTB4.